I'm gonna use Rust-Oleum spray paint, and it is definitely no fun at all. But trying to get things done, even if it's just for a little bit at a time. It is like 10 degrees outside, and not much warmer in here, but I do got the heater blasting, and since I'm not going to be in here too long, I just got it blasting right on me, so it's not too bad in here. It's S10 94. We're painting the whole entire frame, and we're going to be painting it black, LS swapping it. We are in central Missouri, but yeah, the plan for this truck, we have a 97 S10 with a 5.3 and a NV 3500 5-speed, and stock rear end with 410 gears, and then dual exhaust. Yeah, that sucks about the body mounts. Yeah, we're about 60 miles southwest of St. Louis, but it's not too bad. On this truck, it is going to get a 6-liter LQ4 with probably a turbo 400 and maybe a turbo. It's basically whatever we can get a good deal on is what we're going to do. But it's going to get an 8.8 rear end. I've broken rear ends before in the past, and I don't want to do that again. So is anybody else working on anything fun today? I'm going to get back to work, but I'll check comments every minute or two. But yeah, we're just spraying the frame with Rust-Oleum when we're done. I'm going to do it in sections today. I'm going to try to get from the bed to the cab. I've had this Black & Decker drill literally for 20 years. Back when I used to build sub boxes all the time. Oh, sweet. I like the New Edge Mustangs. This one's going to have a 8-cylinder. It's going to have a 6.0 liter LS. It's a 94 S10. I pulled the tanks in those 99 Mustangs too for the fill-up tube. Those gaskets like to leak in those. So here's a GT or a V6. The 5.3, we had that 5.3 in Jace's truck, and with the 5-speed and the 410 gears, the first 3 gears are completely worthless. They'll just blow the tires off. So the 5.3 is going to be pretty quick in that truck still. But the 6-liter does make, considerably more power. Especially, I had a 6.0 and a C1500 with 862 heads and a sloppy stage 2 cam, and it ran 820s and the 8th, a baby in it, and then when I took off the trans brake, it broke the rear end. Oh yeah, I remember seeing. I watched a couple of your videos. I had a V6 Mustang, a new Edge, and it wasn't too bad. There's a kid in St. Louis that has one that was a 3.8 nitrous car, and it was pretty well stock engine, and I can't remember. I think it ran 11s in the quarter. Yeah, so a lot of those Explorers had 373 gears. They were limited slip and disc brakes if you get the newer ones. Even the non-sport ones. Some of them had 410s as well. So yeah, the 5-liter will bolt up to that 3.8 transmission. I don't know what transmission you got, but I'm pretty sure either one, a 5-liter out of like an Explorer, make pretty good power. We had a 95 before the S10, Jace's S10, with a Explorer engine, GT40 heads and intake, and a Anderson M41 cam, I think it was. It ran pretty decent. But yeah, I'm being lazy today. Didn't get down here until just now, and it's pretty cold. It's gonna be warm tomorrow, so like I'm not super motivated to do stuff today in the cold. So I probably ain't gonna do that much. I was gonna try doing both sides of the frame, but hey, since there's people here to talk to, it gets me out of work. I'm not sure what cam we're gonna run in the 6-liter. It's probably gonna be a little bit more aggressive than Jace's truck. Jace's truck has Richard Holdner low butt truck cam, which is basically the truck Norris cam, and I really like it. But this truck is going to be a little more spicy, so it depends on if I decide to do like a nitrous build or turbo build or keep it in A or whatever. I'll pick the cam after I figure out everything else. Also, like if I could get a 6-liter with a L8 or 4L80E, I'd run that. So I'm just kind of trying to decide what I'm going to get. I think I bought a Taurus a couple weeks ago for $300, and I put like a $50 starter on it. I think I have it traded for a 6-liter and a 4L65 transmission in a all-wheel drive transfer case, which I would just save the transmission and transfer case for my wife's Denali in case it ever dies. But yeah, and then a 6-liter would go in here, and then like I said, probably a turbo 400. I'm reaching out to some sponsors, so we'll see what happens there. Jace has actual couple sponsors on his truck. ACC Carpet, send them out a free carpet. We're working with Coverlay. We worked with lsswapbox.com. We got a couple others that we're just finishing up stuff with them, so can't really go into that too much yet. But for being a really small channel, I was surprised that we got anybody to work with us. But we need to do a better job on content. This is my first live. I didn't expect anybody. I looked over and I seen there's people in here, and I'm like, hey, look at that. Yeah, with that, the 5.3 is going to make enough flow and torque to still be a lot of fun in that truck, no matter what cam, really. As long as you do a decent converter. You could probably get away with a like a Trailblazer 4.2 converter if you're on a budget. But a good torque converter will make up for whatever you lose down low and some good gears. This truck is super duper solid I'll tell you a little story. I bought the truck, or I found it on Marketplace, and I asked the guy, I said, hey, does it have any rust? And he said no. And so I loaded up the trailer, and I drove all the way down by Roberts, St. Roberts, down by Fort Leonard Wood, and I got it. And when I showed up, he was mowing grass, you know, and it was blowing grass clippings on it, and almost hid the rust, but you could see that I was getting some surface rust. And so I talked him down, and when I got the truck home, it was bubble. And then I climbed underneath the truck one day, and I put my hand right here, and yeah, that's not gonna work. It's really super soft. I mean, I could just literally. So it was just like right here. Well, I put my hand here, so that really sucked. But it's solid all the way down to here, so I can just probably cut right here and then just blend the paint up to like right here, because you'll be able to tell a little bit. There'll be a kind of a line, but I'll just do a hard line underneath this trim, and that'll get it to where it's good enough. Eventually Jason and I are both going to paint his truck. Oh yeah, the T5 from the Camaro and 373 gears. Yeah, that ought run out pretty good. And yours is a 94, you said, Jeremy? Pretty sure he said 94. Hello. 95. Yeah, so this truck's a 94. That's probably why I'm confused. Jace's truck's a 97, but we don't have emissions here. But I did put converters on it. So it has shorty headers, and then it comes down to beside the transmission, and it has high flow catalytic converters, and then it goes into an X pipe, and then it goes out of the X pipe into some Flowmaster Flow XFs, and then it's dumped underneath the rear end. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I really like the Le Mans. They're like the GTOs, correct? I think so. My buddy had one that was a GTO clone, and I was building a Mustang back in the day, and he came up and he was talking all kinds of crap on my Mustang, and he talked about I was just finishing it up. I just set the motor in, but that was it, and he was making fun of it, and he's going to a burnout competition that day, and when he left, I hurried up and threw my Mustang together and went to the burnout competition, showed up there, and I ended up winning first place. Did a really big third gear smoky burnout, blew the back tires off. There's a video of it on YouTube. I'll try to find it and see if I can. I found it on YouTube. Somebody posted it on YouTube, somebody I didn't know, and you know, it was like 15 years ago, so video quality sucked, but it was fun. I rubbed it in his face for a long time because I won first place and he didn't even place in it. But his car was worth considerably more than mine. Mine was 86 T-top Mustang. Once I get on a kick on certain cars, like Fox bodies, I probably had like 30 Fox bodies and probably 5 or 6 SM95s and a bunch of new edges. And I haven't had a new edge GT though. I haven't had the 4.6s yet, but I've had the SM95s with heads, cam, and intake and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely try to put the loop in there to make it equal length. Or if you aren't going to run the stock gas tank, you can just do it that way too and kind of keep them equal length. On Jace's truck, we wanted to keep the stock gas tank. I'm not sure on this one. We might run a fuel cell just so we can get some more weight towards the back. But I don't really know yet. Basically, the way we build this truck is going to be whatever we find cheap that makes sense. So, you know, it might end up with a 5.3 turbo, might end up 6.0 with cam and nitrous. I do want it to run at least 10s though, so in the quarter. So, but yeah, I appreciate everyone on here and everyone that stopped by and hung out for a little bit. I'm probably not going to do too much more, honestly. I'm going to probably just hang out for a little bit and then go home and wait till tomorrow when it's warms up. So I might try to finish this just the side up, and then I'll come back in and get the insides. But the inside's kind of boxed over here, so it's pretty easy to get to. The engine bay is what's not going to be fun because you got to get around the coil springs and stuff. And for right now, I'm going to check the front end and see if there's anything loose, but I'm not. Normally on Jason's truck, everything was brand new, so I didn't go through and change anything. But normally anytime I'm doing something like this, I just replace the whole entire front end. I'm not going to do it on this one. I'm just going to replace anything that might need replaced. Just because I want to hurry up and get this done, and I want to spend money elsewhere. Although you can get the whole entire front end clip, front end suspension and steering and stuff for probably less than $100. But guys, I think I'm gonna jump off of here and finish doing this front of the frame and go home and warm up. Yeah, 10 should be not too bad. Oh yeah, the M90 would be all right. Even just some spray. If you sprayed it'd get to the 10s probably. I don't know, a ton about your setup, but probably the biggest thing for you is breaking that T5 at the track, especially with sticky tires. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. I'll probably do another live tomorrow and try to be a little bit better prepared so I can answer better questions. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know how much they hold up either. I know on the Mustangs, the T5s are the world class ones are only good for like 350 or something. Of course, you make anything live if you don't put sticky tires on it, and you don't, on those ones they like to break third. So, I kind of want to do a T56 in this truck because I think stick shifts are a lot more fun. But my green C1500 with the 6.0 and stuff, it had a built TH400 with the trans brake and reverse manual valve body and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So you can build those pretty cheap. Around here you can get them actually pretty cheap. The torque converter almost costs more than the transmission. I have a buddy that builds them. So, but I'm gonna hop off here. Thanks for everybody that's watching, and I'll have a video probably this afternoon or tomorrow probably tomorrow, because I'll probably complete the rest of the frame, and I'll drop the video on that. But it's nice talking to y'all.